Hello and welcome to the video help tutorial for Step 5, the shops. Building your business on Friday Island. How exciting. So you're greeted actually by an overlay, which we've just closed, and now we can open up again, of Orwell Dawes going through what it takes and what it is to be involved in starting your business, in visiting the shops, interacting with the shopkeepers throughout sort of Friday Island. Now, based on your business type that you've selected in running your business, there are a number of default sort of or generalizations that we've made inside the system. For instance, you might not want in the real world to get uniforms for your business. But in a perfect scenario, we're sort of suggesting that you go and do that. So it's important to understand that all the money that's given to you as an angel investment from Orwell Dawes is meant to be spent at the shops, all of it. So what you can't do is say, well, I don't want to get a lawyer because I don't want to incorporate and I don't want uniforms and I don't want to do any advertisement. But what we do is we give an even or a level playing field for all users of that business type, so that they're all, when they start their business, they start on the same sort of scale and the same sort of foot. So we're greeted with this little dialog box here that says the shops guide you through your business setup. So later, once you're inside your business, you can adjust anything you've done here. So no worries. So if you've made a selection and you change something, don't worry. Once you're inside your business and you're actually open or you're in the sandbox, you can edit, I would say, 99% of the data that you've set up here, so no worries. So to get navigated through the shops, you need to click on a shop name, which will appear on the right-hand side, and to be taken to that location, and you get to interact and speak to the shopkeeper that's at that place. So to come back to this page, you can click on a home icon button, which is the top right-hand side of this screen here, which you'll see in a second, and you get to meet and interact with the shopkeepers by clicking the Talk Now button. As I just mentioned, Orwell Dawes has given you all the startup funds you need, and you must purchase all the items in each of the different shops as you go along. And it's very important that you acquire those shops and you look through the data as well as the checklist and the things that you're buying from that, so that you understand why we're doing this. And there's a description, and the shopkeeper actually talks to you as well. But so we have two types of shops on Friday Island for you setting up your business. We have what's called interactive and we have passive shops. Now, in essence, you get to interact at both types of shops, but the passive shops are you just go there and you acquire those items, you speak to the shopkeeper, and you don't have to come back. So you need to sort of understand that information. But the interactive shops are the shops that you get to select things or upload items or create things. So that is a really important, because before you can go on and complete the step 5, the shops, you need to make sure, and you need to do the checklist to make sure that you've done all those things. And we'll go through that in a second. So you won't be able to leave the shops until all the interactions and all the shops have been purchased. And down here at the bottom right hand side, you will see a next step button appear once all that's done. We'll go over that in a second here. So you get to start interacting now by talking to Summer and clicking the talk button. So on the right hand side, before we'll do this now, and so while Summer's talking with us, I'll describe to you what happens on the right hand side. This is your legend of all the shops that you need for your business type that you need to visit. So simply clicking on that, on the accountant, let's say, will take you to that location. Now, for music and for the dialogue of the shopkeeper, you can turn that down. You can also, turn up or turn down the music if you want to mute it right away. That's an easy way to do it. There's also a quick way to go about, going to these locations at the bottom, so you can see different shops popping up. Or clicking the next button will take you to the next shop in the sequence there as well. So lots of fun things. So let's close down this and let's go right to the accountant. Now, I know the accountant is what's called the passive shop. So it's generally, as I said, looking through information and reading and interacting with the accountant himself. So you hover over top of the description that disappears. You can mouse over and click on to finish reading. On the right hand side, you'll see the items you need to purchase, the total amount, and it's already put inside your business account. And what's exciting about this is that once you make this purchase, which we're going to do in a second, it debits your bank account. So later on, you can look through financial statements. You get to look through your bank transactions and see where all your money has gone. And hopefully, the return on your investment is high. So, the accountant has finished speaking, which is great. So let's go back and let's make the purchase after we've read all that information. It says our purchase was successful. The accountant say okay. And what's kind of fun now is we can go to the next shop by going to either side or visiting here or going to the home button. Now, above each of the shops, there's a little downward arrow, and basically it lets you know what you need to do in that shop. Now, as I said, there are some shops that are interactive, so we're going to visit that type of shop next. And you'll notice that down underneath here, the flashing light bulb has also refreshed. That's refreshed the interactive checklist we need to do. And you'll notice at the very top here, accountants checked off the list. So every place you visit and purchase, you will have a check mark happen at that location. Now, the interactive shops, you need to make sure that you do these tasks, complete these tasks. There are 8 tasks that you need to do before you are able to move on and complete the shops. Number 1, the radio and newspaper, you need to create and upload your press release. Now, all this information you should have already understood and read previously in your simulation handout that you should have downloaded at the very beginning of this. That goes over all the sort of timelines and the milestones and the interactions that you need prior to sort of coming to this. And if you've just hit this now, you'll go, wow, there's a lot to digest. And there is. Like in any business, you have to do your due diligence. And what this sort of prepares you is the scope, is the magnitude of running or starting your own business. So we have to make sure that we visit and we do the things in on this sort of pending task checklist to be able to go on. So we'll do that next. So let's click the close button. It will refresh. We have to make sure we skip that and then go on. Now I know right away the Human Resources and the Job Training Center, that's an interactive place. The graphics and printing, that's an interactive place. You get to upload your logo or select a logo from a predetermined amount of logos, and the contractor allows you to drag and drop furniture and make your place. How cool is that? But we'll do this one first. We'll go to the Human Resources Center. So at every interactive shop, you'll be as well greeted by an individual where you can talk to them now, read the information, items that you need to purchase. Now, this Human Resources and Job Training Center is free of charge. So we still need to acquire it, purchase it so that it comes off the checklist. But you'll notice on the left-hand side, there are 2 sort of pending things we need to do. We need to hire our staff and schedule our staff. And you'll also, when you open this the checklist, you'll also see that. So until we do those 2 tasks, it will remain pending in the list. There's also a tutorial on scheduling your staff. So if you want to learn more before you actually have to do it, so let's click on the tutorial. That'll bring up a new overlay window, and it'll give us a video on the basic hours of operation that you need to schedule for your place and how to schedule staff. Now, we haven't hired any staff, so we really should be doing this step first, but it also shows you how many hours you need to be scheduling for your business. So it gives you sort of an overview of what you need to do as well. So I would really suggest that you go through and that you do have a look at those videos so that you are aware of how things work and operate. So don't be overwhelmed by these tasks, because you can always go back later on. And this is a learning sort of thing. So whatever you do in here, it saves it automatically. Now,